Good morning again. We are on our second video of the day. We're still working with simple and compound interest, but we're now on compound interest. We've done a couple of simple interest problems. We're now dealing with Saahit's compound interest problem. Here's the formula that is placed in your notes for compound interest. Here is the problem that you are currently working on. Saahit placed 15 grand in a savings account that compounds quarterly at 5%. You guys know what quarterly means?
Yep.
Every how many months?
Three.
Every 3 months at 5%. How much money will Saahit have in total after 6 years? Continue with this problem. Here we go. Let's plug in the numbers for compound interest. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see if I can do this off of memory. A equals P parentheses 1 plus R divided by N times R to the power of NT. Yes, no? I do it right? Okay. Good job, Mr. Parker. Now, do we know A?
No.
We don't know what A is. That's what we're actually calculating, so that's cool. Do we know P?
Yeah.
What is it? 15,000. Okay, let's continue with what we know. 1 plus. Do we know the rate?
Yep.
What is it? Everybody?
0.05.
0.05. Do we know the number of times it compounds in a year?
4.
4. Do we know the number of times it compounds in a year?
4.
I'm right here now. 4. And do we know the number of years? 6. So 4 times 6, or you could just write 24 up there. I'd be cool with either one. Okay, now, this is going to be pretty difficult to do by pencil paper. So let's grab our calculators out and let's walk through, and this could be very helpful for you when solving compound issue problems. What do you want to do first, considering order of operations and solving this using your calculator? What do you want to do first, everybody? Everybody? Parentheses. So in your parentheses, you've got 1 plus 0.05 over 4. And within the parentheses, I'm just going to do my division first because order of operations states you do division before you do addition. So I'm going to type in my calculator 0.05, and I'm going to divide it by 4. And then I'm going to add 1. You guys cool with that? And you should be at 1.0125 on your calc. Okay? And now, am I going to multiply by 15,000, or am I going to get the root, or get the power taken care of?
Power.
Okay, so I'm going to, on my calculator, find the power button. In my case, and in a lot of your cases, it's y to the x. So I'm going to hit y to the x, and I'm going to make it to the power of what, everybody? Say again? 24, and I'm going to hit equals. And you are getting 1.34735,105 on your calculator. Again, 1.34735,105 on your calculator. And then we're going to multiply that by what, everybody?
15,000.
15,000, which would be the principal that was put into the account originally by Saahit. Hit the equal button, and you now have a means answer of 20,000. Saahit, $210, and it's 0.26576, so we're going to round it to 27 cents. And Saahit now is a lot richer 6 years later than she was when she invested the original 15,000. Okay? Questions on that problem? Yes, ma'am.
I don't really get the quarter thing.
Quarterly means it compounds every 3 months. So she puts the money in. It continues to get interest, and then what they do is they take the interest that she earned and they attach it to the top of the principal and they start it over again. It's a really, really good question. Let's keep talking about it. If I have $1 and I earn 5 cents interest on it, what do I now have? $1.05. Okay, so let's say I have $1 and I'm earning 5% interest over the course of a year. So how much money do I have now after the end of the year? Okay, this is a great question. So if I have $1 and after 1 year I'm earning 5% interest on it, what is $1 times 0.05, everybody? 5 cents?
Yeah.
So that equals 0.05 cents. So what do I now have? $1.05. So let's say our interest is compounding every year. So now I have $1.05. We're gonna have an interest rate of 0.05 again. It's the same. What is $1.05 times 0.05? Because now I am going to take my $1.05 and put 5% on top of that. What is $1.05 times 5%? Niall?
Oh, It's
Ashwin?
15,000.
5 cents.
Is it still 5 cents?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still 5 cents, so this is a bad example. Is it rounded to 5 cents?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I have $1.10, and this is my next year, and I'm going to take $1.10, I'm going to multiply it by 0.05. Does that give us a different amount, Charles?
6.
Yeah, now I'm getting 6 cents. So on my third year, this is year number 1, this is year number 2. On my third year, because my interest is being added to my principal, I'm actually going to earn 6 cents on my third year as opposed to 5 cents my first and second year. Does that make sense? So let's be a little bit more dramatic, and this is going to be a long, long problem. Let's be a little bit more dramatic, and let's say I am earning, or I invested $100. I invested $100, and I invested that $100 at 7% interest. How much money am I going to make on that $100 after the first year? How much am I going to have? Ashwin? I'm going to have $7 in interest. So if it's going to compound yearly, my second year, I'm not going to be investing $100. I'm going to be invested how much, everybody? I'm going to invest $107. Do you see how this is a little bit better? Because now it's still at 7%. Is 7% of 107 going to be more than 7% of 100? Yeah, so what is 7% of $107? Jalen?
$7.49.
So now my second year, I actually made $7.49. So if I add 749 to 107, my third year, I'm investing $114.49 at 7%. And do you see how it's going to continue to grow? Because we're not calculating it on our original. When you do simple interest, you never grow. You just go off of your original, and that's what simple interest is compounded off of, which is there's no compounding. But in this case, it just continues to grow. Do you understand why that's a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now, here is your homework assignment, or part of your homework assignment for tomorrow. You guys can write this in your notes. Homework. Calculate the compound interest, and this will be on a video too, but you can go ahead and write it down. Calculate the compound interest on Saahit's original $15,000 deposit at, what did we say, 5%? At 5% over, how many years did she put that money in there? 6? Yeah. Over 6 years. And I want you to calculate it a couple of different ways. We calculated it quarterly, right? Up here, did we calculate it quarterly?
Yep.
I would like you to compound it monthly and give me an answer. I would like you to compound it weekly. Give me an answer. I would like you to compound it daily. So every day, give me an answer. And then I would like you to compound it hourly and give me an answer. So for tomorrow, your assignment, this is part of your assignment. I'm also going to give you a simple interest assignment. Your assignment is to finish these 4 problems. You're going to show me 4 different ways of doing this. Or you're going to do the 4 different methods here. Not methods, but the 4 different time periods. Monthly, weekly, daily, and hourly. And I want to know how much money she will have for each of those totals. Just for fun, do you think she's going to have more than $20,210.27 if you compound it monthly?
Yes.
Is she going to have more weekly than monthly?
Yes.
More daily than weekly?
Yes.
And more hourly than daily?
Yes.
So logical answers should dictate that your total amount is going to go up each and every time, right?
Yes.
Questions, comments, quandaries, quibbles, quotes, or queries?